Happy women don't care about sex. The happiest women I know who are in happy relationships or happily single are women who are not obsessed with sex. I am one of those women. I am in the category of single women who are not obsessed with sexualness, sexuality with men, sexual things with men, sexual anything. I don't care about that stuff. I don't think about it. I don't desire it. I have realized in the 30 plus years that I've lived on this planet that it is these women who have this belief that sex is not important who are truly happy and truly liberated in their life. Every single woman I know who is obsessed with sex, who wants it, who meets men and wants to do it with them, revolves their world around sexual desires, are the women who are often heartbroken, who are often being played, who are often being used and abused by men. And it is definitely correlating and relating to their desire to be sexual and have sex. Now, I'm not saying like being straight is a problem. I'm saying you can desire to want a man, want his protection, to want his security, to want his ability to provide and take care of you and all of that. That is normal for a woman to desire. But I have realized, and I don't care about the stupid shit that people say now with feminism, like sexual freedom, sexual this, women are sexual beings. I truly don't believe that it is in our nature, and especially as we grow older, to be so lustful and to want to have sex with men all the time, to be thinking about sex. Like, that's just not natural to us. It's not natural to me, and it's not natural to any woman I know who is in a happy relationship or is happily single. They're not thinking about sex. Those women are thinking about money, they're thinking about their future, they're thinking about their children's future. They're not thinking about, as Shira would say, Shira 7, they're not thinking about rolling around in a mattress with a guy. Not on their mind. That's not what brings them joy and happiness and fulfillment in this life. What brings them that is health, their self-love, their confidence, the people around them, money, financial security. Like, that is what they're thinking about. And those are the women, I'm telling you, and I'm going to keep on saying it in this video, that are the happiest. When I was lustful for men, and at one point lustful for the person I was married to, I was at rock bottom. I was desiring the wrong thing from men, and I was desiring the wrong thing from my relationship because I was lustful. As soon as I shifted and I stopped desiring things of sexual nature, and I started to desire things like financial security, security in general in life, protection, comfort. These things replaced my desire for lustful things, and my whole life and perspective on everything changed because now I was desiring something that I actually need, that is actually good for me and for my future and for my children's future. Where before that, I was desiring something that I didn't need that. I didn't need to have sex. I don't care for it. And it sounds so funny to say that out loud. And I don't think I've ever watched anyone on YouTube talk about this other than Shira 7 to say and admit that women, it's not natural for us, and it's not in our best interest to be such sexual beings in terms of wanting to have sex all the time and wanting sexual things from men. They are supposed to want that from us. We are the sexual being that is being desired. We're not supposed to be sexually desiring men. I truly believe this. And I know a lot of content out there is about be sexual, show your nipples, show your boobs. Why can't women show their boobs but men can? And just this craziest shit like that. I truly believe that you are your most powerful self as a woman, your most empowered self as a woman, and less vulnerable self as a woman when you are not out there in the market as a single woman desiring sex, when you are married and you're not obsessed with having sex with your husband. And instead, what you want from your husband is security, compassion, warmth, trust, things like that, things that are not about something as superficial as just having sex. A lot of people, especially women in their 20s, might watch this video and you might be thinking, oh my God, I love having sex. It's the best feeling ever. She's missing out. We've all been there, okay? We've all been there. We've all been 20 before. I'm here telling you from the perspective of a woman in her 30s that that is not what I have experienced or have seen other women who are happy experience as their greatest joy. The ultimate greatest joy that I've seen are things like financial security, health, happiness, love, compassion. Like these are the things that I've seen actually fulfill women. And these are the only things that I've seen actually make women genuinely happy. Any woman that I've seen who has been lustful and obsessed with men for the wrong reasons are the women who have been chronically unhappy and chronically cycle of being emotionally and like physically almost abused by men because they keep on getting used and used and used, and at some point it becomes abuse, self-abuse. To allow yourself to be constantly a sexual toy for different men or even one man that doesn't have respect for you, in my opinion, is a form of self-abuse and self-hate. It is giving something so important of yourself to someone who wants it so badly, but isn't doing anything for you in return. So the only time you can like you should be letting yourself go and letting yourself be your sexual loose self with a man is when he's doing all those other things first. When he's doing all those other things first, then you can let yourself loose. Let that sexual being in you come out. But if your sexual being is just coming out and the man hasn't done anything for you and you're just doing it based off looks, you're on the wrong path, going to make a lot of mistakes in that path as you go. I'm just rambling on here as I do in most of my videos. I'm not here with a paper and a pen and a structure. I want to emphasize to you, the only man worthy of your sex, of your sexual, feminine body and all of that is the man who is providing you financial security, emotional security, and just like security in life in general. Your life is secure because of this person and because they're taking care of things. You can let loose and allow yourself to be sexual. If you're being sexual and letting loose with men who don't even like you enough to send you $100, you are literally going to ruin your self-esteem, your confidence, and all of that. I'm not going to go into detail because really it's very straightforward. The happiest women I know are the women who aren't obsessed with sex, the women who aren't obsessed with rolling around in a mattress all day with a man making out. They are the women who are, like I said, thinking about their future, thinking about money, thinking about health, thinking about physical health, well-being, and all of that stuff. That is the center of their world, and they're not sitting at home all day thinking about past sexual moments with men and sex with men and how they wish they could have sex with a guy they had sex with in their past. And yeah, that's the video. That's the point. I'm not going to ramble on more than this. I really hope that any woman that watches this video understands that sex is not the center of the universe. It really shouldn't be for women. The center of our universe should be security, financial security, health and well-being, and our children. Sex is something that is only coming up in our minds when we're being taken care of totally and completely in life. You will save yourself from years of heartbreak, years of emotional and physical abuse, years of adding to your body count by understanding this concept. I promise you, you will be so thankful when you finally accept that rolling around in a mattress with a man is ghetto and it's not the life that you should be envisioning for yourself. There's so much more than this life than having sex. I'm telling you that right now. I don't know if this is controversial. I don't care. I'm telling you based on my experience and based off what I have observed from other women who are married and happy, single and happy. They are not sex obsessed. That's the most I've ever said the word sex in my entire life. Hopefully I never have to say it that much again. I was literally thinking today about this topic and how not being lustful made such a difference in my life. And I really do think it'll make a difference in any other woman's life. If you watch Shira Seven's videos, she will also tell you this. She always brings this up, that we should not be focused on having sex. That's not natural for us women. That's what men do. That's what they think about all day. I think there's like a stat, they think about it like 9 times a day or maybe like 14 times. Like it was just an astronomical number. That's because it's natural for them. It's really not natural for us. And I don't think a woman wanting to have sex all the time with a lot of different men is female empowerment. And if that is your perspective, then this is a wrong video. That's just not my perspective. I think that a woman's power is in her restraint from sex. I think a woman's power is in her ability to desire more than that and to have even higher goals for herself than just a lot of sex. Thanks for watching this video, everyone. My name is Yasmeen. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. Let me know in your comments like what you think. If you think this is a crazy idea. I don't think it's a crazy idea. Thanks for watching, everyone.